Hi. Hello everyone. This is Aegon of Astora, and welcome back to my blind playthrough of Elden Ring. This is episode number 60, being recorded on Saturday, June the 17th, 2023. I hope you're all having a fantastic day whenever it is you find yourself watching this. So, I did not plan this. However, I actually do know who these two people are now. I said earlier, we might not know who they are, but we'll figure it out. This is Malenia and Miquella. So, for starters, the person does not have a right arm, just like Malenia. The root motif running on their up and down their clothing, and I suppose the same with Miquella. And Miquella, as we learned, has sort of a Peter Pan, not so much a complex, but like some sort of physical situation. Oh, we totally missed that as well. Some sort of physical situation such that he is basically in a child's body. So, yeah, that's really interesting. We're picking up... Oops, I did not mean to do that. We're picking up right after I finished recording the previous episode. Did we get all this? I'd like to say that we did, but, the reason we're here is that there's that one building with the... that we've tried and failed to jump into when we were here not too long ago. Okay, we have been here. Okay, never mind. And, yeah, it occurred to me that we should go back and try before we move on. This is one of several items on our to-do list before we head to the palace approach. Lord of Blood's palace. Oh, gosh darn it. Sorry, and friends, I just wanted to make sure we weren't missing anything down here. I don't think we actually are. Okie dokes. Yeah, so it's just that one building somewhere around there. Oh, I get it. Okay, so we jumped on the top of the building, but you can also just sort of go down here. But we are going to want to take out the snails as quickly as possible. Or I suppose we could just run by everything, but I think that has a lower chance of success. Refer to that one attack these friends have. I referred to it earlier as the Gatling gun. It's actually the Gallic gun, or in Dragon Ball Z, referring to Vegeta's attack. In the American translation, I think it's referred to as the Final Flash. And by American translation, I mean English translation, although I suppose it was probably done by an American company, so there you have it. So this is the first to-do item on our list in terms of loose ends. Oh, gosh darn it. Of course, I'm doing this with 113,000 runes on my person. Because why not? That's a lot of friends. How the heck? Did we just jump from here? Okay, let's give it a shot. Oh my gosh, I'm totally overthinking that. I'm just massively overthinking it. Ran out of stamina. Golden rune level 12. I'm going to be very upset if it's basic. Oh, okay, there is a chest there. I knew it. classic FromSoft. Well, to be fair, I didn't see both ends of the trap. That friend just sort of revealed themselves to us. Ooh, Viridian Amber Medallion +2. Is that for stamina? It is. A medallion with Viridian Amber inlaid vastly boosts maximum stamina. The Erd Tree's old sap becomes amber, treasured as the most precious of jewels in the Age of Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. A primordial life energy resides inside. Excuse me. Look at that stamina bar. Ooh, looking good. Okay. Well, that was definitely worth it. So I'm glad we came back. Yeah, this door just does not open. All right. So that's one item off our list. Next, I figure we might as well look for the cookbook for the boluses. So let's go do that now. So a really good, oh, is it up there? Really good message, I thought. You know, I've talked about this previously. There are some messages that are, you know, very blatantly spoilery in a way that, like, you know, you could have tried maybe a little bit better to make that less obvious as to what I'm supposed to do. And then there are other ones where it's just like, yeah, you missed a cookbook for something very important near the Siofra riverbank site of grace. And yeah, I really appreciate the latter, as you might imagine. So let's hope this is it. 9. Okay. It might still be up here. Let's follow our friends seem like they're doing okay. Oh, so we got this item. Seemingly. But we missed that old fang. All right. Okay, maybe it's not that easy. Maybe I wanted to... Almost would have rather had the spoilery message at this point. So where the heck did I miss it? Oh, that is a precious item. All right, beautiful. Okay, shout out to whoever left that comment, because this is a tremendous boon, I think. After all the time, be like, oh, how do we get those rejuvenating boluses? A record of crafting techniques left by an armorer who served the great general, Radon, contains knowledge of dealing with rot, the application of fire in particular. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following. Preserving boluses. Very nice. Oh, that's tremendous, tremendous stuff. All right. Good stuff. I'm quite pleased. Let's remove that. Next, Slumbering Wolf's Shack. Okay, so this is Lieutenant Wolf Lobo, and I'm a little bit worried about doing this because Lieutenant said when the fighting is done, return me to lay me to rest next to my Wolf Lobo. And so my worry is that if we do this, even though the fighting is not technically finished, we won't have access to Lieutenant anymore, but I also don't want to forget. And, you know, thinking back to Aurelia of Astora, or sorry, Aurelia Jellyfish Friend, we still have access to Aurelia even though we seemingly completed our quest. So let's see. Oh. Okay, never mind. I guess that was just a waste of time. Yeah, there's no prompt or anything. So, I guess there's still a step we have to complete with Lieutenant's quest before we're actually able to do that. Which, yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Okie dokie. Oops, why do I keep pressing triangle to open the menu for some reason? So rather than removing that, we'll just put that at the bottom. Next step is the Divine Bridge in Leyndell. Because I believe this is where we need to go in order to access the isolated Divine Tower. Through the Sending Gate, I believe it was. So if you were to follow the bridge, would it actually lead there? No. It's a completely different direction, but... yeah. Let's have a look. Maybe I'm not remembering this correctly. Oh. For once, my memory is actually working just fine. Okay, content check. Doesn't look like there's anything down here. It looks like this divine elevator is just a divine elevator. Which, as you all know, oh, gosh darn it. I thought the elevator was much bigger than that. Didn't realize the platform was only the middle part. Whoops. They should speak to whoever built the elevators at the Mikola's Haligtree, because those elevators are quick. Isolated Divine Tower, so... this is obviously the Bestial Sanctum. Again, I suspect there's more to this area than we're able to access at this point in time. And that maybe by advancing Grank's questline, we'll be able to actually access more of it, and or by defeating Grank, Didn't expect Cliff. Whoa. Didn't expect crumbling for Room Azula. Although I was thinking this is probably the closest we've been. Sorry, thumbnail possibility as always. Have to take some screenshots. Yeah, I don't get it. It really does not make any sense. But that's okay. It doesn't have to. So, are these new fingers? No, I think they're the same fingers. This is once again the thumb and an index finger. You can see it's... The Great Rune itself is like partially rotten. Malenia's Great Rune. A Great Rune of the Shardbearer, Malenia. The blessing of this half-rotted rune reduces the healing power of Flask of Crimson Tears, and yet due to the infusion of Malenia's Spirit of Resistance, attacks made immediately after receiving damage will partially recover HP. Malenia is daughter to Queen Marika and Radagon, and her Great Rune should have been the most sacred of all. But obviously it isn't. And you can see like the little butterflies and stuff, everything that we saw basically in her wings, that's sort of populating the rune. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is worth it. So it reduces the healing power of the Flask of Crimson Tears, and yet due to the infusion of attacks made immediately after. So, okay, so it's regain. It's essentially the regain mechanic from Bloodborne. That's really interesting. I suspected that it was associated with the sword that she was using, but no, that was her Great Rune. Or, you know, in this case, I suppose her inherent powers. Okay, well, that's the Divine Bridge dealt with. So what else I have on my list? Yeah, a couple of things. So one of them before we go there. So a couple of episodes ago, several episodes ago, or maybe it was a couple ago. Certainly it was several episodes ago when we received this item, which was where? It was when we spoke with White Mask Veray last, and we received audience with Mohg will be granted one day, and the item description says, be patient, used to be granted audience with Mohg only, it is not yet time. And so someone said, like, why didn't you use it? And I thought they were talking about this, and I'm like, that's just a normal sort of invasion item, aka our finger, which is like gonna be, surely that's gonna be infected soon, but whatever. And yeah, I didn't realize we could use it, even though it says it's not yet time. So I wonder what happens when you use it. I suppose we'll find out. That's interesting. All right, then. Okay, so did we just skip half the area then? I suppose that's the reward for completing White Mask Varese questline. Alright, let's go to the beginning of the area. That's a cool little Easter egg, something that would have been very cool prior to our being able to actually access the area, so, but, you know, we can actually access it now, so might as well just go back to the start. Oh, we should have just used the item and just proceeded. So, yeah. I hypothesized previously that these second generation Albinorics are here because they were looking for refuge. Okay, that's frightening. And they were sort of redirected to come here. Like, oh yeah, no, you're looking for refuge. I got a perfect place for it. How do you feel about blood? This place is great. You can drench yourself in it. You'll love it, I promise. You know those fancy cartwheels you do? You can do them here, but only with more blood. Yeah, some of these friends are obviously a bit more docile than those ones. That's where we came from when we first entered the area, I believe. These friends were off on patrol. That looks like another lake of rot. See, the blood's just... Jeez Louise, look at that. Just blood everywhere. Just dripping down the canyon, because why not, I suppose. What a pleasant place this is. We can call Torrent here, which is interesting and nice. Blood rose. As is to be expected. Friends having been hanged all over the place here. This is a bit eerie. Yeah, it's just a massive pool of blood. Why not? With a blood-covered crow skulking about. I think that's where we're headed regardless, indeed. So I don't know what the point of that little side area is. You can hear a scarab over to our right. And we can summon help here, so... You know what time it is. Regret, we need you. No problem, Regret, I got your back. Well, thanks, Regret. I really am appreciative of all your assistance, especially your help against Malenia. Oh, gosh darn it. Ash of War blood tax. That doesn't sound pleasant. Heroes Rune level 4. What's going on here? place is miserable. Thankfully we are level appropriate, if not a bit over leveled for this place, so I'm grateful for that after getting obliterated by Millennia. So, do they have a blood disease or something? It's like someone magnetized their blood, like the way it just shoots out of them. It's not obviously the way blood is supposed to behave. It would be very helpful if we had a map of this area, which obviously we do not. What are you? Blood-tainted excrement. Okay, that's the first we got of that, I think. The bloody excrement of a carnivorous beast, material used for crafting items found in the land of the new dynasty. Mixed inside the half-digested flesh are dense colonies of tiny eggs of unknown, but assuredly revolting origins indeed. Still picking up new crafting materials, which, yeah. Oh no. Gosh darn it, we walked out of regrets. Summoning range. That was silly. Oh, now we're being invaded as well. By whom? Oh, nameless white mask. Okay. So this isn't Beret? Well played, friend. Wow. I should stop trying to be cute. Okay. He says as he's still trying to be cute. Gosh darn it. All right. Okay, we still need to finish with this area here, so that was my bad for going too far in that direction. Problem is I don't really know where I'm going without a map. As you all know, I'm pretty much useless as a navigator. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Is it you who summoned this, friend? Oh, Mr. Unlimited Hyper Armor. Did that friend summon them? Oi, okay. I'm stressed. As usual, I don't know why I'm picking up crafting materials as though I'll do anything with them. Carry on, fellas. Doing a great job. Unless your job was to protect those items, of course, but I won't tell anyone if you don't. Out of stamina. Whoops. All these tiny little caves. Swarm of flies. So that's what White Mass Foray was just using on us. A Blood Oath incantation shared from the Lord of Blood's power. Releases a swarm of blood flies before the caster to assault foes. The vile swarm deals damage and builds up onset of blood loss. This incantation can be cast while in motion. The new palace of the Lord of Blood lies in a swamp of festering blood, and these flies are said to spawn from excrement in that land. Dreadful. Oh gosh darn it. Hero's Rune level 3. You really have to be quick before they shoot the blood stuff at you. Yeah, I really have no idea where we are. Other than to say at the moment we're right underneath where the Church of Plague is above ground. Perhaps that's one strategy for keeping our bearings, just using the above ground locations as landmarks. So this is, I believe, where we fought White Mass Foray up ahead there. Or no, oh, that's leading back to the Site of Grace. So this is where we were initially ambushed. That's where we just were. Gosh darn it. Okay, that's bad. Okay, so they didn't spawn by virtue of those friends, I don't think. So you have to attack their spine? Oh my gosh, so much HP. Oh, that's interesting. No, stop it, friend. We should be on the same side. Yeah, I'm not sure I get it. And I didn't even get to see whether we earned any runes for that. I want to go home too, friend. I would also like to take a nap. Just looked at the baby monitor. My wife has the right idea. She's taking a nap along with the Relay of Astora, but I'm also okay to just be here with everyone of you, so thank you for being here with me. I'm wondering if this is supposed to be a boss fight here, if we can't take Torrent in here. Mohgwyn Dynasty Mausoleum. Ah, map found. Beautiful. Alrighty. Yeah, I wonder... There have got to be... This can't be the last area, right? Like... I know it's not, in the sense that we still have Crumbling Farum Azula at least to go and explore, and we have no idea how we're supposed to actually get there as of yet. But yeah, I am wondering if this is the last of the below ground areas. Because I know when we were here earlier, we were wondering, like, how do we get over there? And I think we were looking at the Mohgwyn Palace when saying that for the most part. However, you know, there may yet be other below ground areas we don't know of yet. Who knows? Certainly not me, but only one way to find out, I suppose. Okay, so good that we have like a something to sort of keep us grounded. We've already looted that cave there. That must have been some good blood. Okay, I think... Yeah, this is where we tucked tail and ran. After seeing some of the friends that we have here. Ugh. Oh, simply dreadful. Oh, I don't like it one bit. I did not see what that said. Onward regardless, let's do it. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Why are the rocks, like, moving? It's like someone's projecting this onto the rocks. Strange. Stop it, doggo. Ugh. Okay, so they're actually slightly different than the ones that we found in Caelid. Slightly more mangled. Okay. I was assuming that that was a fake. Repostable state. Oh, ran out of stamina. Wow, 11,000 runes for taking them out. Oh no. I'm just mashing the R1 button at this point. Oh. Oh no. Oh. Okay, that was far closer than it ought to have been. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. Oh, the way they just flop around is so unsettling. That's a fake one. Yep, I knew it. That's a real one. Whew, intense. I just mostly wanted to get them away from that item. Is that another invasion? Golden seed. Oh, no, not again. Oh, there you are. Yeah, I'm not taking you lightly this time. Get wrecked. Oh no. No more stamina. So do all of the, like, friends in the Mohgwyn crew just end up being nameless white mass? To make a Power Rangers reference, like the putties of the Mohgwyn dynasty? Putties. Just the most useless possible cronies. Oh no, that's bad. Whew. Walking around with a lot of runes on our person. I don't know why I'm picking fights with the doggos. Gosh, the sword keeps swinging right above them. Stone sword key. Oh, what's gonna happen here? What the heck? Where did you come from? Oh, I shouldn't have used the last of my stamina. That was a mistake. Regret is drenched in blood. A fitting look for the area. Haligtree Talisman, +2. Talisman depicting a trio of golden ancient dragons vastly boosts holy damage negation. The ancient dragons who ruled in a oh yeah, so we've read that a million times already. Yeah, this really looks like someone has like a massive projector. Like, oh yeah, you know what would be awesome? We'll just make it look like the rocks are on fire. Yeah. I'm sure the Lord of Blood would love that. Oh, but sir, he's not the Lord of Fire, he's the Lord of Blood. Shut up. We already got blood on the rocks, alright? Interesting things being depicted on these, yeah, gravestones or mile markers or something. It's like a Stations of the Cross type series of depictions. Okay, I'm having a hard time telling if that's everything or not. I think we've already grabbed the item required up here. Yes, that's where those doggos were. Grab the item from the tree, of course. So yeah, all that's left is this area here. Oh, crud. Oh, rolled too early. Oh, out of stamina. Oh no. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Thank goodness for that ledge and terrible pathfinding. Crowfriend had us dead to rights there with 260,000 runes on our person too, so not sure that we deserve to survive that, but hey, here we are. Oh, another invasion, gosh darn it. Oh, that's interesting. He just bubbled up out of the blood. Yeah, not taking you lightly anymore, so sorry, you had one chance. Oh, white mask, war surgeon gown, gloves, and trousers. Bloodstained, faintly grinning white mask worn by war surgeons who were effectively mercy killers. The Lord of Blood's curse enlivens the wearer when bloodletting occurs, slightly raises attack power when there is blood loss nearby. Still not quite clear on how the mechanics of that are supposed to work, but bloodstained white gown of the war surgeons who were effectively mercy killers. Of the surgeons that were abducted by the Lord of Blood, none were able to tame the accursed blood. None but Ray, that is, though he was an exception. Very interesting. Nomadic Warriors Cookbook level 24. I suppose in this case it would be volume 24 or something like that. Swarm Pot and Roped Fly Pot. Oh, we also haven't read this. In the lightless depths lies the grave of an ancient civilization. It is here Mohg, the Lord of Blood, is building his palace to be the seat of his coming dynasty named Mohgwyn, and whatever nightmares that may bring. So Mohg is the Lord, and Mohgwyn is the dynasty. So, interesting. I expressed a great deal of confusion previously. Oh. I expressed a great deal of confusion previously about the fact that we fought Mohg the Omen. I think this is that spot that we... Yeah, okay, so yeah, we have no need of jumping up there. Yeah, because we fought Mohg the Omen in the Forsaken Depths, but I suppose the idea there is that that's supposed to have been sort of Mohg's mortal flesh, and that he's sort of ascended into Lord form or something, whatever that's supposed to look like. I'm not entirely clear on how all of that is supposed to work, but yeah, I've already been over here, I think, but I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Certainly we missed 2 melted mushrooms and a butterfly. Okay, I think we're ready to move on. Ah, we can always use more rune arcs. For a while there I was like, oh, we got so many rune arcs, I don't need any more rune arcs, but now I'm like, please give me the rune arcs. After the number we used against Malenia, we used an absurd number of rune arcs against Malenia. Can certainly see why Malenia was undefeated. She definitely earned the title. Because, yeah, we were no match for her at all. But, you know, I don't feel bad for summoning, because otherwise we'd still be there fighting her. And, yeah, I'm glad that we're moving on and experiencing more of the game as a result. Dynasty Mausoleum entrance. Now we should level up. The question is what? So we are more or less up against diminishing returns for vigor. 6 HP, but you know, 6 HP is still better than 0 HP, but maybe we'll increase our mind to 14 or something, and then we'll see about increasing our vigor to 70 or something ridiculous like that. We'll see. Thankfully, we can always reallocate our stats. Oh, of course. I want to hug friends. Why wouldn't they be here? Oh, what the... Okay, that's not cool. So they're not really worth fighting at all. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, there are so many of them. No, they're worshipping the blobby thing. Of course they are. Oh, we're stuck underneath it. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Where are you going, friend? I don't think this is fair. Okay, that was a complete waste of time. Okay, maybe not a complete waste of time, because this is a cool looking spot with thumbnail potential. Don't mind me, friends. Keep doing your thing. You're doing great. They keep falling to their death. Praise the Lord. Indeed. Okay. Oh. Are they talking about the Primordial Knight? Yeah, I believe so. The one you reach by taking the Unceasing Night Sending Gate. Oh gosh, what is this? I'm scared. Could this be a calmness? In short, still no calmness. Oh, get out of here. Sounds like a musician merchant friend is nearby. Lord's Rune. Oh my goodness, of course. So, like, hey, you're here. We're very happy to receive you. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, the Lord of Blood? You know, we've not personally met him, but we heard he's pretty great. Is that same friend we fought in... What was it called? The Rose Church or something? Where we last spoke with White Mask Foray in the Liurnia Lake. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, let's sit at the side of Grace first. Dynasty Mausoleum midpoint. Alright, I guess we're fighting Varay. Okay, he's just hanging out somewhere.
You seek violence, heedless of my warning, though you have been raised to a knight of the dynasty. I am pained to the very depths of my being. I'll ensure you regret this, my lambkin. Enjoy your miserable death.
So, in other words, we just made a big mistake.
Why must I be disgraced by this lowborn?
So again, this theme of classism that runs throughout the game. And then Varay is upset to have been disgraced by a lowborn, even though he's the highest born alien butterfly hamster that ever lived. So I don't know what he's talking about. He's not some lowly field surgeon.
Oh, luminary Mohg, please grant the strength you promised. I have given everything. Please, my lord. Please, answer me, luminary Mohg. Bless the Mohgwyn dynasty with love.
Festering bloody finger for race bouquet. A steel mace resembling a charming bouquet of roses. Each petal has a sharpened edge, leaving the roses perpetually covered with blood. Or colored with blood, I should say. This weapon reflects White Mask Foray's manner of speech rather well, enticing in its splendor, but full of deadly consequence. Skill, Blood Tax. Blood Oath skill granted by the Lord of Blood. Twist to build power, then unleash a flurry of thrust that rob the target of both their blood and their HP. Alright, I don't know if that was a mistake or not. But, you know. I was concerned about the possibility that we'd be missing out, and I suppose the same is true in the opposite direction, but yeah. Wasn't sure if we already rested or not. How many runes do we have? Almost 100,000. Not enough at this point. Alright. Frame rate just dipped precipitously there for a second. Wow, there are a lot of friends here. Comes all the way here without his backup. Oh, that's an interesting move. And blood loss, whoops. Thankfully we have virtually unlimited stamina at this point. Yeah, that is a really cool spell because it makes it very difficult for you to move. And yeah, by the time you notice the... Could this be an Elden Ring? By the time you notice the blood build up, it's a bit too late at that point. Ooh. Okay, this goes up. Whoa. Okay. That's a massive egg. Let's not go there just yet. I assume Mohgwyn is going to pop out of that egg at some point. Presumably as we approach. Or Mohg, I should say. Thus giving rise to the Mohgwyn dynasty. Looks like there's a chest on the altar there. And possibly an item or two down here, or no. It looks like we've already got the item from down there. Golden Rune level 13. The one time we don't attack the chest, I was like, oh no. For a second, I was certain that was going to be a mimic. I saw the Elden Ring flash before my eyes. Oh, that hurts, friend. Well done. That's unfortunate, friends. It's an unfortunate bit of pathfinding for you. All right. You're tremendously athletic. Keep up the great work. Alright, nothing else to do down here. We should send the elevator back down. Whoa. Alright, sorry friends, you know what time it is. Funny thing is, he's going to end up being a shard bearer, and then all of this will have been for naught, because whenever it's a shard bearer, I just put them in the thumbnail. So, it's beautiful regardless, I suppose. Indeed. Oh no. Okay, interesting.
Mikola.
Oh!
You must abide alone a while.
Okay, that's weird.
Welcome, honored guest, to the birthplace of our dynasty.
Alright, okay. That's appropriately metal. Mohg, Lord of Blood. Ouch. Shrez meaning 3? What the heck? Why is this ring around us? 2? Oh, it's a countdown. Oh no. Ouch. Oh, gosh darn it. Should have equipped ourselves some stanching boluses. 1. Uh-oh. 0. Wow.
Mine and mine alone.
Alrighty, so the Lord of Blood emerged out of Mikola's blood. And Mikola, we learned previously, so to make sure the stake of Marika was active, but is it not? Because I'm not seeing it there. That's weird. But the Lord of Blood... Sorry, let me back up. So the Haligtree is a husk. It's hollow. And Mikola was going to embed himself in the Haligtree, seemingly as a way of stopping the rot. And the Lord of Blood took Mikola, brought him here so that he could birth his new dynasty. So in other words, there are people with special powers or properties that can keep trees vibrant on the one hand, and on the other hand can, you know, serve as the basis for some sort of weird blood worshipping dynasty, or as the characters in the game pronounce it, dynasty. I assume that's a regional thing, but yeah, I'm still processing all of that. But the whole idea of Mikola embedding himself in the Haligtree is more or less, I think, in line with what I predicted back in, I think, episode 29, with respect to the fate of Radagon and Godfrey. So yeah, just a thought. As far as the boss fight goes, yeah, not an easy one so far. Might have to optimize our build a little bit more. I meant to equip some boluses, but neglected to for some reason. Ouch. Okay, this isn't going well. It starts off easy enough before the countdown.
Nicola is mine and mine alone.
Yeah, we are running very low on rune arcs, so, So perhaps instead of physical damage negation, we should focus on... What is it that governs resistance to bleed? I believe... Does blood loss in vicinity count as us? Like, would our attack power increase because we are losing blood? Yeah, I'm not really sure. How to optimize our setup here. Okay, robustness is resistance to blood loss and frostbite. So we don't need vitality. We need robustness. Okay, so we've stacked some serious robustness at this point. And we got our stanching boluses at the ready. So let's see how this goes. Oh, almost out of stamina. So I looked it up, and the countdown is in Latin. So I would assume that the music is in Latin as well. Oh. Didn't think that was going to hit us.
Nicola is mine and mine alone.
Okay, we need to switch great runes. Yeah, that's better. We need a little bit more HP. But of course now we have to run all the way back to the boss fight, which I suppose is not that far. It's just an elevator right here. So really you're just saving yourself the elevator ride. It's not very nice, Aegon. Okay, let's try this again. So I wonder, is the countdown damage based? Oh, I meant to reallocate our flasks also. Oh no, gotta get out of here.
Is mine.
Oh, come on. Okay, I don't know what you're supposed to do in that situation. Because it's like whatever that thing is he has around us, it means that no matter where we are, the attack is going to affect us. So I'm not sure. Do we just have to tank the damage and get him to a second phase or something? Oh, gosh darn it. Ah, terrible. I'm like not even dodging for some reason. See, here we are. And here comes the blood loss. Yeah, I don't get it. Just have to be ready to heal, I suppose. Did he heal also? Gosh darn it. If this is just the first phase, we are in deep trouble.
Is mine and mine alone.
Much too early there. Oh no, that was a mistake. That was a mistake.
Nicola is mine and mine alone.
So another thing I've been wondering about is Malenia went to go fight with Radon. Which kind of makes sense. They both have different parents from the same father. So, you know, demigods vying for power sort of makes sense. So Malenia went all the way to Caelid, not an insignificant journey, to face Radon. Why then is Malenia just sitting there waiting? Because we learned that Malenia was waiting for her lord to return, aka Nicola. Why venture out for one purpose but not the other? I don't understand that. Oh no. I don't get it. It's very frustrating. We are very quickly running out of rune arcs. I gotta say, I'm not enjoying this boss fight. At least, you know, Malenia was frustrating, but in a different way. In that, like, the source of frustration was my own inability to sort of, quote-unquote, get good. Whereas with Mohg, it's like, I don't feel like he's that difficult. He just got sort of cheap moves where it's not really clear how you're supposed to deal with them. Granted, I'm not doing a good job dodging and whatnot here, but it's all the same. Oh, gosh darn it. Oh, no. Okay. How are you supposed to get through that without completely draining your flask? That's the other thing. We are in deep trouble.
is mine and mine alone.
This is extremely discouraging. Because, you know, we've not even reached the second phase of the boss fight yet, so, like, we can't even get past the first phase. I think we're gonna grab our runes and save quit and to leave the boss room. So that way, we can go find that merchant. Because, yeah, we were walking through this area previously, and I heard the sounds of a merchant. But we didn't actually find the merchant. Oh, and I can see an item shining over there, so clearly we missed some things. Regret, I need you. Looking good, friend. Oh, thanks. So dumb. Oh. Well, regret wastes no time. Oh, that's bad. Oh, tried to pull up my bow. I forgot that I got rid of it in order to optimize our setup. Wow, regret poisoned all of those zombie friends over there. That's incredible. Well done, friend. He's really making the most of that poison mist spell that we have equipped. Oh, thanks for the rating, friends. Okay, so there was nothing other than that one upgrade stone there. Smithing stone, I should say. Is it another one of these friends? Gosh darn it. Well, thank you. That's bad. They all exploded. Explosion of blood loss. I'm not sure why we're fighting these friends other than the fact that regret is. Should maybe craft some more boluses. Well, thanks, Regret. I appreciate your assistance, friend. Oh, no problem, Regret. Oh, there he is. Alright, thanks, Regret. Hi, friend. This is a terrible place for a shop, I gotta say.
Oh, dear. Terribly sorry. Are you here as a customer?
I am indeed. I will take all of these. All of these. I'm good with those. I don't know what we would use those for. I will take all of these. Dwelling arrow. Okay, so really, I was hoping for like a note or something that had something, you know, oh, the Lord of Blood's weakness is this. You just gotta pay to see it. But no, relatively basic stuff. Okay, well, I appreciate the rune arcs all the same. Thanks, friend.
I must apologise. I'm afraid I've very little to offer.
Nah, you've offered plenty, and I appreciate it very, very much. So did we literally just walked right by it? Is that what happened? Yeah, I heard it and got distracted by it. Just gonna make sure we didn't miss anything else before we go back. Oh yeah, I guess that's it. Alrighty, let's reallocate our flasks. Doing 977 damage with two-handed and with Order's blade active. I didn't mean to heal there, gosh darn it. Oh, blood loss. Oh, gosh darn it. Rolled too early.
I can see it. as clear as day. The coming of our dynasty.
Wait, it was just the one phase? It was just the one phase. It was just the one phase. Oh my god, we did it, friends. Mohg's Great Rune, Remembrance of the Blood Lord. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we did it. Oh, okay, you know, my expectations, and the reason I was complaining so much was that my expectation was that there were 2 phases. There had to be 2 phases, I thought. Because, you know, my idea was, oh yeah, second phase, we're gonna touch the egg, and then, you know, or he's gonna go touch the egg, and then he's gonna fuse himself with Miquella. Wow. Okay, I was not expecting that to be a single phase boss fight. You know, in which case, that boss fight is fine. Yeah, I don't have any issue with it. It's not as memorable, I don't think, as Malenia's boss fight is, but anyways. Cocoon of the Empyrean. Remembrance of Mohg, Lord of Blood, hewn into the Erd Tree. Wishing to raise Miquella to full godhood, Mohg wished to become his consort, taking the role of monarch. But no matter how much of his bloody bedchamber he tried to share, he received no response from the young Empyrean. Okay, that's a bit dark. More than a bit dark. It's very dark, but yeah. So he wanted to raise Miquella to full godhood so that he could become consort, okay? The great rune of the Shardbearer Mohg, devoid of any benediction. Seek the divine tower of East Altus, which stands beyond the great bridge from Leyndell's eastern ward. Divine tower of East Altus. Really? But we were already there, weren't we? Okay, yeah, that's something we'll have to go check out in a few minutes. Oh, I'm sorry, Miquella. Dreadful fate. I'm starting to wonder if maybe we could have come here first. Like, I know we could have come here first, but if we had come here first, if anything, would have been different with Malenia. So what is going on over here? I noticed during the boss fight that there were fog gates here. To keep us from coming in this direction. Which suggests to me that there's something over here. Or is this just another way to sort of entice you to... You can actually see the water down here. Which I don't think we've actually been able to see up until this point. Maybe I'm just not very observant. So yeah, that's where that primordial night was. So yeah, I think that's it, except... Oh yeah, okay, so we did. That's the first part of the area. Again, as you might imagine, it's, or as you could probably guess, it's been several days since we started recording this episode, so... So I guess there's nothing over here. Alrighty, so I suppose we'll go to the Divine Tower of East Altus then. Yeah, and obviously earlier I was joking about the flame motif and pointing out that it's not necessarily consistent with the Lord of Blood theme. But yeah, the Lord of Blood is, as we saw with all the attacks and everything, the Lord of Blood is very much into flames as well, into fire as well. Another thing I should point out, so obviously when the Lord of Blood was doing their countdown, it was 3, 2, 1, and each time they, with 3, there was just 1 ring around us, 2, there was a second ring, and 1, there was a third ring. And so the reason why it didn't matter how far away we were was that, very obviously because we had those things around us. So, I'm not sure exactly, I still don't know. I suppose what frustrated me about that is that it didn't really matter what you did, seemingly. Maybe there is some way to avoid that attack, but anyways, that's what it seemed like to me, that there was no way to avoid it, which is what was the source of my frustration with that. And also because I was anticipating there being a second phase, because all the shard bearers we've faced up to this point, I believe, had 2 phases. And so I was anticipating that to be the case here as well, because, he's another shard bearer, so... But perhaps the shard... What's the name of the shard? It's Mohg's Great Rune, but we've not... We don't obviously have Michaela's Great Rune, or Michaela's Great Rune, I should say, not Michaela. A very interesting imagery on some of these tablets here. I'm sure someone's already pieced together what all of these things are depicting. Interesting stuff, I think. Yeah, I wish the textures were a bit higher quality. So yeah, so there was the countdown thing. What else was there? There was something else I wanted to bring up. Oh yeah, the differences between Mohg, the Mohg that we fought here, and Mohg the Omen that we fought in the subterranean shunning grounds. That, we saw that Mohg the Omen and this version of Mohg had quite a few similar attacks, but you could look at the differences between the two. The countdown, the attacks with the wing, like growing the wings and flying through the boss room, all that kind of stuff, as being the difference between Mohg as they are as an Omen and Mohg with the power of an Empyrean's blood. So yeah, I think that's kind of interesting that, they're not reusing a boss fight as much as they are sort of demonstrating the power of an Empyrean's blood, and specifically that of Michaela. So before we warp, I'm gonna fix our armor, because yeah, this armor did us a great service, but it's kind of ugly, so yeah, let's get changed. Alright, looking much better, I gotta say. Okay, so let's head to the Divine Tower of East Altus. Alright then, so this tower is doing double duty. That's very interesting, actually. I wonder what would have happened if we hadn't picked up the Great Rune that was here previously, which I want to say it was probably Morgott's Great Rune. So would Morg's Great Rune have been to the left there? Or would they have been together, sort of demonstrating their respective places in the Elden Ring? Mohg's Great Rune. The Great Rune of the Shardbearer, Mohg. Its blessing grants a blessing of blood to summoned phantoms and imparts a phantom Great Rune upon successful invasion. Mohg and Morgit are twin brothers, and their Great Runes are naturally similar. Okay, that's something we did not know, I don't think. But Mohg's rune is soaked in accursed blood from his devout love for the wretched mire that he was born into far below the earth. What the heck is a mire? It's time for fun with definitions. Mire is, as a noun, a stretch of swampy or boggy ground, a situation or state of difficulty, distress or embarrassment from which it is hard to extricate oneself, and as a verb, to become stuck in mud. But Mohg's rune is soaked in accursed blood from his devout love for the wretched mire that he was born into far below the earth. So I suppose that's a reference to the subterranean shunning grounds? Or perhaps where we just were. Pool of blood here or something? I'm not sure. Well, oh, that's the imprisoned. Oh, it's an imprisoned merchant. Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry, friend. Alrighty then. Let's head back to the Roundtable Hold. Oh. This is the Finger speaking. You will bring me rolled gold pretzels. Okay, Fingers, that's a rather specific request. Do you mind if I ask? What are questions? I mean, I just would like to know, what is it specifically that led you to suddenly desire and crave rolled gold pretzels of all things? Like, why not just say pretzels? Have you never heard of corporate sponsorship? Yes, but this is Elden Ring. There's no corporate sponsorship in Elden Ring. Well, perhaps you should go visit the Grand Lift of Rolled Gold Pretzels. Because I visited the other day and they just rebranded it. And it just, you know, I hate to admit it, but they got me and now I'm craving it. Oh man, this joke, I swear. I think I'm almost done with it. There are a couple more on my list that, yeah, anyways. Hello.
You have returned. What is it?
Mohgwyn's Sacred Spear, Trident of Mohg, Lord of Blood, a sacred spear that will come to symbolize his dynasty. As well as serving as a weapon, it is an instrument of communion with an outer god, who bestows power upon accursed blood. The Mother of Truth desires a wound. Unique skill, Blood Boon Ritual. Raise the sacred spear and pierce the body of the formless mother. Stab up to 3 times, creating explosions of blood with each thrust. This skill will coat the armament with blood flame for a while. Blood Boon, Sacred Incantation of Mohg, Lord of Blood. Thrust arm into the body of the formless mother, then scatter the blood flame to set the area ablaze. This incantation can be cast while in motion. The Mother of Truth craves wounds. When Mohg stood before her, deep underground, his accursed blood erupted with fire, and he was besotted with the defilement that he was born into. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what to make of that. Formless mother. But then it also talks about the mother of truth, so presumably it's the same person. You know, I love a bow, but I don't want a great bow. So hopefully we come across a shard bearer at some point that has a bow. Because, you know, I was thinking about ways to increase the damage we're doing with our bow, and that would be one way of doing it. But, yeah, the only thing we have access to is a great bow, which, you know, is good, but requires 18 dex. I suppose a great bow we'd probably be doing more damage with one, but yeah, they're very unwieldy in the sense that, yeah, you're adding an additional 9.5 units of weight to your build without, you know, you don't have to, yeah, anyways, something to think about. Okay, no equipment for Mohg, I don't think. Unless he was also in the Fell Omen Cloak.
Now go forth. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
Yes, indeed, they'll guide me towards rolled gold pretzels. The grand lift of rolled gold pretzels. It really is a perfect marketing and branding opportunity.
You. What is it? Ah, I see. So Mikola was with the Lord of Blood after all. That is some fine intelligence indeed. With it, the final clue has been brought into the light. One of the last few pieces of the round table. I need to put everything together. As promised, allow me to impart to you the last of the secret rites, known only to me.
Law of causality.
There are 4 more.
It's amazing that this dialogue persists, even though obviously it does not apply anymore. There are 4 demigods yet to be located. And likewise with the secret medallions, because we have that as well, but so we have the law of regression, and then the law of causality. One of the incantations of the Golden Order fundamentalists, one of the key fundamentals, manifests a small ring of causality that allows the caster to automatically retaliate upon receiving a certain number of blows. The fundamentalists describe the Golden Order through the powers of regression and causality. Causality is the pull between meanings, that which links all things in a chain of relation. So again, we've talked a lot about relationality in this playthrough, particularly with respect to indigenous ideas of relationality, along with the whole idea of intra-acting and Karen Barad's theory of agential realism. And this is another piece that really speaks to that, I think, that so regression is the pull of meaning that all things yearn eternally to converge, and causality is the pull between meanings, that which links all things in a chain of relation. The pull of meaning, the pull between meanings. So if all things are one, if they converge, they can't, there's no space between them. So in other words, to the extent that things regress, there will be no more causality. That which, because things aren't going to be linked anymore once they've converged. That's my interpretation of that. I don't know if that's correct or not. Although, interestingly, the illustrations depict if this is a state of regression, you would expect that it to be much closer together than this one, which is sort of exploding out from the caster. Okay, we should level up and see if Gideon has anything new. What the heck are we leveling up now, though? I guess mind.
You.
Okay, nothing new from him. So, yeah, it looks like that's all there is going on here. I assume Nefelilu doesn't have anything new for us.
In this ash, it reminds me of my first.
There's one of the champions, or potential champions, tarnished champions, that we've not seen yet, and that is Hora Low. I assume we'll run into them somewhere in the Giant's Mountaintops, but maybe also in Crumbling Farum Azula. So, yeah, I have on my list here for things to do for the remainder of this episode. So, I mentioned several weeks ago that I'm going to be going away for a couple of weeks in late June, early July, and that is almost upon us. I think it's possible this might be the last episode before I go away. So, I'm keen to do as much as I can in this episode without leaking too much into the Giant's Mountaintops area. So, obviously that may include an NPC roundup. But I figured I might as well just double check some of these areas. So we did get that item there. But yeah, so I'm going away June 27th. Won't be back until July 12th, going to visit in-laws in British Columbia and to, give Aurelia of Astora a chance to hang out with her grandparents who live there a little bit more. But that, of course, means I'm not going to have my PS5, not going to be able to record any episodes, so as I mentioned, I'm keen to do as much as I can until that time. So, yeah, episode 60 could potentially be the last episode I record before I return. Or before I leave and return, I suppose. Alexander said he was going to be going to the east, which I suppose would bring him here, but yeah, I worry that he's not moved. So there are many NPCs that we could go check in with. We've not seen Gatekeeper Gostock for a while. I assume he's still stomping on Godric's head. I wish there was some way you could sort of just enable layers on the map to say only show me NPCs or something, because it's easy to forget who's who and where they are. But yeah, so we'll do this roundup style. I'll just cut from here to whatever the next new thing is that I find. So I will see you there. Okay, so the search yielded pretty much nothing. So The next thing on my list, and by the search I mean the NPC roundup, no one that I spoke to had anything new. So I figure it's time to just move on for now. And by that I mean return here. So of course, we've already been through much of this area. One thing we did not do here, however, is obtain Deathroot. Because you may recall that when we first arrived here, we got the notification that Deathroot is nearby. I can't remember what the exact notification was, but... and then we fought all of those massive skeletons, and nothing really came of it, but I don't think we killed them all. And so I think what we need to do is go through the area again, kill all of those skeletons, and then see whether that nets us some Deathroot, or if maybe we missed a boss here or something. Maybe there's a mariner friend that we missed last time. Nice hat, friend. So yeah, I figured we'd do this before proceeding in this area, because obviously this is where we next need to go to advance from a story perspective. That being advancing towards the Flame of Frenzy. Okay, that's Castle Saul, yes. So obviously we've already dealt with that. Whoops, did not expect to take that friend out with one hit. What is this music? Oops. Again, I know that we don't need Order's Blade for this, but I find it helpful. At minimum, it's less annoying dealing with these friends, because you don't have to wait for them to come back at you a second time. Oh gosh darn it. Frame rate is dipping precipitously. Ouch. That was well played. Okay, friends, you better hope that I can't get up there, or else you're in trouble. Ugh, my voice just cracked. Like that of a prepubescent boy. What the heck? Oh. Why? Okay, that's weird. Is that a glitch? Okay, maybe not. Where to from here, though? Yeah, I don't get it. What is the point of this? Okay. Oh. All right. Heretical Rise. Avionet. Oh, what the heck? What's going on, friends? I was not expecting this. I looked at the rise in the background and I thought, okay, I'm pretty sure we've already been here, but I guess not. I'm somewhat confused. Have we not been here? I guess not. Okay, well. Can hear another avionet just clip-clopping about. Please tell me it's not another memory stone. Founding Rain of Stars. The eldest primeval sorcery said to have been discovered by an ancient astrologer. A sorcery of legendary status. Summons a dark cloud of stars overhead. Shortly after, the clouds will release a violent deluge of star rain. This sorcery can be cast while in motion. Charging increases potency. Thought to be the founding glintstone sorcery, the glimpse of the primeval current that the astrologer saw became real, and the stars' amber rained down on this land. So one of these giants is going to come to life, right? And chase us? Surely they have to. Oh, okay, so we were here, and then we went to unlock the map. So was that bridge even necessary? Like, if we hadn't crossed the bridge, and we just came across this place, would we not have been able to just walk up or walk in? Or by virtue of having accessed it, did we open the gate or something? Because there is that clue right at the front, so I don't know. I'm a bit confused by that. or perhaps a bit unclear, I should say, as to what the okay, that friend is still outside. All right. So we have many of those weather balloon type things here. Where is this other Affianite? You can hear them shuffling around. Huh. Maybe they're on the roof or something. Well, they've earned their place by being stealthy, so good on you, friend. So previously, these things were giving us not great runes, they were giving us runes. Consumable runes, but we never did quite figure out what the deal was with them. Yeah, it's still giving us golden runes. Maybe at some point we'll have to fight a giant weather balloon. Oh, stop it. Get wrecked. Wrong side. Oops. Oh, come on. Oh no, sorry, Torrent. I'm dreadful at this. I'm so bad at that, at the horseback combat. Oh, stop. We're gonna die. To a bunch of marionettes. Okie dokie. There's surely going to be a cave up here or something. Ah, Thaw Frost boluses. Very nice. Yeah, I think we'll finish exploring this landmass, and then we will head back to the graveyard and continue trying to continue. I don't think we face a single skeleton yet, so continue would be a bit inaccurate to say we were going to continue doing that. To go with our original plan, I suppose we might say. Of trying to get rid of those skeletons. Oh, why are these dogs everywhere? I'm not a fan of those dogs, as you all know. And then that way, we can finish sort of clearing. I suppose we would have cleared everything else once we finish here, I've started doing it in reverse because really we should be clearing this right before going to the Giant's Grave Post, but yeah, we're already here, so might as well deal with it. So I guess these are... Oh, okay. So in the same way that these are the spirits of birds, presumably those are the spirits of trees. That, you know, trees have died here. I wonder what is happening with the spirit of the tree I grew up with in front of my old house. And by the way, I think that was not in the last episode, maybe the episode prior to that. If you have any tree stories of your own, don't hesitate to share them in the comment section. I should be providing those prompts more often because, you know, as I've said, I do read all the comments. I very often enjoy reading the comments because people often leave very interesting comments. But yeah, just, you know, if anyone heard that story and was thinking, oh yeah, you know, that makes me think of my tree, which, you know, blank blank blank, or, you know, it doesn't have to be your tree, it could be just a tree. Yeah, feel free to share your tree stories. Likewise, if you got any slug stories, any ant stories, any of those things, yeah, feel free to share them. As you would have seen also in that, you know, when I was going through, when I was editing that episode, and then I was like, actually, I think I have a home movie somewhere where my dad shows off the tree, and that's what that was. And then it cut to, what did I call it? I said bonus 1980 because that was the tree in 1987, just after I was born. And then there was another one, bonus Aegon in 1987. And in hindsight, what I should have done is provided some insight into my thought process at the time, which was squish ant, eat ant. Yeah. I was but a child. Indeed. Climbable spot. That is not a climbable spot. Well, I'm just going to take a drink of coffee here. That is good stuff. Just thought I would make sure. Explosive Great Bolt. Okay, this is for Crimson Tears, but sure. Even though we're full, so I don't know why I haven't just healed. I'm reasonably certain we dealt with that Everjail. That was in real time a few weeks ago, I think. Or at least a couple weeks ago. It certainly feels like a few weeks ago. Time... Oh, this thing has cerulean tears. Time is a weird thing when you only sleep like 4 hours a night. Oh, come on. Oh, Okay, was that not for Cerulean Tears? Oh gosh darn it. Well played, doggo friend. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, that's where we came from, that direction. When we were here last. So it actually does not look like there are any caves over here or anything. Again, we've dealt with that over jails, so no need to go over there. Watch, I'm missing a cave over there. If that's the case, I sincerely apologize. What are these friends all doing hanging out here? Let there be friend. Indeed. I want to say that's the same, whoops, the same level of rune that we were receiving all the way back in Liurnia Lake. That would suggest, however, that, oh no, not that would suggest, however. What I meant to say was, that was great back then. Not so much now. We're well past that at this point. Like, it's still good, and I can still use them, but it's funny how things change the farther you get in the game. Things that used to, you know, I used to go nuts for the lowest possible level golden rune, and now I can just ignore them. Falling snow marks something unseen. So I was thinking that, but didn't actually say it out loud earlier, which was, it was the same deal in the Crystal Cave in Dark Souls 1. That in the Crystal Cave, ever so slightly, there were particle effects that displayed where the bridge was. And they're saying basically it's the same thing here. And we still have a couple of paintings we need to get caught up on, but not right now. I wonder if we can make it back across the bridge. Will that work? Gosh, I was saying something else, but I've since lost it. My apologies. And they even add a little mist effect in front of you. But yeah, you also can't see. Yeah, the snow effects definitely, they leave something to be desired in this game. Oh my gosh, there's a tumbleweed on the... That's amazing. Because as best as I can see, it looks like... So the thing it's referring to is the mist effect in front of you. Because you see the actual snow particles don't fall on the bridge. So yeah, I don't know. Alright. Oh, who's aggro to us already? Fancy hat friend over here, I think. Alright, so we might just end up resting. We get to that site of grace. Yeah, it's right there. Because, yeah, everything will respawn, but we're going that way anyway. We've not really killed anything there, so let's have a rest. Do we have enough runes to level up? No, not even close. Well, I suppose we could. Need 60,000. Close enough. Something else I'm going to do. Again, another thing based on popular demand in the comments section is start trying to experiment more with ashes. Because I've seen a lot of... Oh, beast eye quivers, that's the term I was looking for earlier. That I've seen a lot of suggestions. Some that are very well thought through and reasoned. To be fair, I earlier in the playthrough characterized some of the criticism using sort of a blunt instrument in a way that wasn't really accurate or helpful, so I apologize for that. But there is a mariner friend here. Oh my goodness. Okay. No wonder the beast's eye was quivering. It had nothing to do with those skeleton friends. Praise the skeleton indeed. And so, yeah, one of the major complaints that some viewers have is not just that I don't experiment very often with... I'm not experimenting with the ashes. I mean, you know, pick the most boring vanilla ashes there possibly could be. But also that I'm just using a boring greatsword. Helfin's Steeple and Deathroot. Who's Helfin, and why is his steeple a weapon? Whoa, greatsword pattern after the black steeple of the Helfin, the lampwood which guides the dead to the spirit world. The lamplight is similar to grace in appearance, only it is said that it can only be seen by those who met their death in battle. Unique skill, Ruinous Ghost Flame. Swing the sword to bathe its blade in Ghost Flame. The Ghost Flame adds magic attacks and also has a bitterly cold bite. So in other words, split damage type. Oh, friends, stop it. We have so many weapons now. So yeah, we can't wield it because we don't have the int required, but... yeah, it's just a normal greatsword. Yeah, you can't use the special special ability to bathe in Ghost Flame. So yeah, some people have said that, you know, they during their first playthrough they really enjoyed all the experimentation that the game permits, all the different combinations you can use, and, you know, very creative ways you can apply and use the ashes, which is, you know, absolutely fair enough. And so they were hoping to see me experience something similar, and, you know, express some disappointment that they've not seen that in the playthrough up to this point. So, you know, it's not quite as sort of boorish as I depicted the negative feedback earlier in the playthrough, so I apologize for that. But yeah, you know, I can't say that I'm going to try new weapons at this point, because I don't think I am. At least, you know, right now I'm very satisfied with the greatsword and have been throughout the playthrough. But, you know, it would not be too much of a burden or a hassle for me to try out different ashes. So yeah, I'll do that. Just not right now. And in one of these conversations where people were talking about the aspects of the playthrough they found a bit disappointing, someone else pointed out, and so I think by killing that Mariner friend, by the way, we got rid of all the skeletons. So maybe before we end the episode, we should head... This is where that boss was, I think. We should go back to the Consecrated Snowfield and see if we can't do the same over there. Or maybe we'll go turn in the Death Root first. Because, yeah, if that means there's another Mariner in the Consecrated Snowfield, then there would be more Death Root there, but I don't remember the Death Root eye quivering there. The Beast Eye, I should say. But yeah, anyways, my apologies for not really experimenting with these things. You know, another thing someone brought up was crafting. So, yes, I've not really done... I suppose I've done some crafting, but, you know, people have pointed out that my Order's Blade is very weak. At least it was at that time in the playthrough, and so, you know, why am I bothering with Order's Blade when I could just craft some pine resins or whatever they're called in this? What are they called in this? Lightning grease. Okay, so let's see. I'm curious now. We're doing 839. What happens when we apply lightning grease? 924. Okay. 924. What about holy grease? That's a more direct comparison of what we're using. 924. Okay, so now, what about our Order's Blade? 977. So it was probably not true at that point in the playthrough that my Order's Blade was better than the pine resins or the grease, but it's absolutely better now. So, you know, apologies, it passed that one up, I suppose. But yeah, because in addition to the damage, because damage isn't the only consideration for me when it comes to that kind of stuff. It's also, do I want to be bothered crafting things? Because, you know, if you're crafting things, you kind of need to... I don't really have any need to glitch up there. But if you're crafting things, or rather, if you have a spell for something, that you can use the spell for something rather than a consumable for something, I would typically rather use the spell for it, because it's sort of unlimited use, provided that you return to a Site of Grace at some point, rather than having to continually farm the materials associated with a grease or pine resin. So, yeah. Again, maybe that's just me, but I think some of this stuff just comes down to preference of how we like to play games, and, you know, at this point in my life, I'm not really keen on farming materials in order to craft grease for weapons. I would much rather just pick up a spell that can do the same thing and then be done with it. That's my thing anyway, but to each their own. So before we return to the snowfield to look for more Deathroot, let's go speak with Geraint. So Geraint promised he would not forget.
It is all consumed.
Oh, that was it?
Still, I am not sated. Not nearly sated.
Oh no.
America! Is this what it is to sin? Will things never be the same again? Tarnished, my thanks for thy long labor, but I have done all I can in this land. Henceforth, mine appetite shall be my sole companion. Farewell.
Ancient dragon smithing stone. Oh. I'm sorry, Geraint. Okay, let's have a rest now. Okay. Surely we're missing something. Oh man, I said Marika, is this what it is to sin? Wonder what he means by that. Oh, he's not here either. Gosh darn it. Well, it's a good thing we didn't go to the Consecrated Snowfield looking for additional Deathroot. Although maybe we should still go there and make sure we're not missing anything. Because I did sort of rush through the Snowfield a little bit, so yeah. Well, that's an absolute shame. I thought Geraint was going to open up the path to Crumbling Through Missoula, but apparently not. Okie dokie. So earlier, I was wondering why my cerulean tears weren't refilling, and that's because we've allocated them to the Crimson Tears flask. So let's fix that. All right. You know, on second thought, I feel like we've done everything here. However, I do wonder... Oh yeah, I guess we haven't done this Haligtree Rise. So perhaps it's worth trying to sort out how we're supposed to actually do that. Gosh, I'm now remembering why I rushed through this area though. I do see an item up there, so we've definitely missed stuff. Okay, that's the entrance to the hidden path to the Haligtree. No, this probably doesn't help our visibility, but I guess it doesn't hurt. Okay. It was just the golden rune, that's okay. Thanks for the raiding, friends. Old snails. Why are there so many of you up here? I guess you're just hanging out? Again, more of them. I was wondering if maybe their presence up there indicating that there was a cave or catacombs or something nearby, but it doesn't really look like that's the case. Oh gosh, we're gonna die, aren't we? Hi, friend. Oh, gosh darn it. So, Aurelia of Astora is up. So we're going to try something new, at least for the end of this episode. Which is... we're going to record with Aurelia of Astora next to me here. She's safe in her playpen. I've put some toys in there with her. Toys that are not associated with really loud... with loud electronic noises. Who are these friends? I want to say we've... oh yeah, we've definitely encountered these friends because there's the... gosh darn it. The cabin? What do they call that? The thing that has the chest in the back. What's up? Aurelia is looking at me. She's like, why is he talking to no one? Is he talking to me? Yeah, she has some toys that are like... I'm not even sure how to describe them, but... She has many toys that make noise. These ones are just sort of there. Oh, horn friend. So yeah, I figure we probably don't have much here in the snowfield, and don't have much time left until we go on our trip. This is probably going to be the last recording session before I go, and I guess we have to get them to stop first. Sorry, friends. And so, yeah, she's up early, so I figured we might as well just... Oh yeah, the chest is open. Okay, sorry, friends. That's right, Aurelia. Oh. Okay, so we have been here. So this is all done. Forgive me if you can hear her blabbing and throwing things around. Oh. Okay, so we've activated this friend already, I believe. Oh, that is... I probably should have thought twice before doing this, but... Have we spoken to this ghost friend? Yeah, one of the toys... Oh yeah, and this is the friend with the chest. All this is seeming very familiar to me. One of the sort of toys, quote-unquote, that we've been giving to Aurelia of Astora is a tissue box with toys inside of it, because it keeps her busy trying to get the toys out. Ooh, only a little further now. Show me the path, oh gentle lights, the path to Elfale. Surprisingly, Aurelia of Astora was not looking at me when I said that just now. Or while doing the ghost voice. I mean, I'm not the one who does the ghost voice. That's totally an in-game thing. Alright, so yeah, you know, I think we've dealt with all of this stuff. So really the only thing we've not... Oh, that hurts a heck of a lot. I think I was equally surprised by that last time. Yeah, it's these friends. The Dragonkin soldiers. So I'm not clear on whether they have, like, a necromancer associated with them. My sense is that that's what was happening. Okay. Okay, Aurelia of Astora, just give Data 1 minute. Oh gosh. Yeah, I might have to try to finish this recording session later. Yeah, I really don't get this whole Dragonkin soldier thing. So there has to be someone that we're supposed to kill somewhere who then is no longer able to summon them. That's right, Aurelia. We gotta find the friend. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna continue this recording session later. Aurelia of Astora is not having this. Okay, that was perhaps not my best idea. Like, obviously, it was fine. Aurelia of Astora is... she's independent until she isn't. Okay, there's two of them. Okay, this is dreadful. It's interesting. I don't know if we ever sort of had this confirmed or not, but the Dragonkin soldiers, I think, are giants. Oh, thanks for the rating, friends. Because they have that same sort of like hollow chasm in their abdomen area. Yeah, why did we even come back here? I suppose because of these friends, but we're not really making any headway here. So oh gosh darn it, sorry Torrent. There's a scarab there. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. I got all excited for a second. I'm pretty sure we encountered that ancestral follower previously. Although, there is an item there that we have not picked up. I think those are the ruins that we did, the yellow annex ruins indeed. Speaking of bad ideas, it's now technically the following day, Saturday, June 24th, 2023, and I hope you're all still having a fantastic day whenever it is you find yourself watching this. So yeah, these are trees, I think. I'm pretty sure we came to that conclusion last time as well, but... And yeah, I say it's technically the next day, because it is 1:41 in the morning, and I've not just woken up. I have not yet been to sleep. It was a hellish week at work. That's another Dragonkin soldier friend, I think. Yep. Oh, hey. What are you gonna do? Oh no, I'm all the way down here. In which, yeah, I basically did almost 60 hours. It was, yeah, dreadful. I've been working on a report. And of course, I'm going on vacation, as I mentioned earlier, this coming Tuesday, starting this coming Tuesday. And of course, it was just dreadful timing that we were in a position to start. Actually, what did we get the flask there for? That was strange. that we have been waiting for weeks to be able to start writing this report. And, of course, the week before I go on vacation, we finally have all the things we need to be able to write the report. And so, you know, leaving me in a situation where I don't want to just leave the other member of my team high and dry and leave them to do everything. But then, yeah, I've ended up burning the candle at all ends this week. I know I keep using that expression, but it's, you know, it's really true in the sense that, yeah, I wake up early in the morning so that I can, like, basically every morning, so that I can record for a bit. And when I started doing that, I would get, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, believe it or not, of recording time. And yeah, it was tremendous. But now Aurelia of Astora is starting to wake up earlier and earlier. She just, you know, she wakes up and she's excited to be in the world and she wants to start her day. So, you know, can't blame her for that, of course. But then, you know, this morning, you all witnessed what happened, which was, you know, she woke up extremely early. And I was like, okay, maybe I can put her in her playpen. You know, she might make a bit of noise. That's fine. You know, I'm sure everyone will understand. And then, yeah, there are a lot of scarabs here. And then we can sort of finish recording this episode. However, yeah, Aurelia of Astora had other ideas in that, you know, fair enough. She's like, why am I in this playpen when you're there just sort of talking at a screen? Like, why are you not playing with me? So, you know, when she started vocalizing that sentiment, not in so many words, I decided, okay, we'll just cut this recording session and, you know, maybe revisit that again in a couple of years or something when she's better able to sort of comprehend what I'm doing. But, you know, that made me just forced me to think a little bit more about, okay, so mornings are not working as well as they once did. Oh, that's bad. Gosh darn it. Well played, Scarab friend. So if mornings are not working quite the same way that they once did, you know, I guess the other possibility is recording at night. But then, of course, doing this today, I'm doing it on a day when I didn't finish work until 1:15 in the morning. So, yeah. Like I said, probably... Oh, gosh darn you. Okay, I was thinking maybe that one was doing something different. No, it's the same sort of annoying... Oh, that looks like a Knight's Cavalry. Which, yeah, we have not fought. Howdy, friend. You're feeding your horse? I'm just feeding my horse. Oh, gosh darn it. Okay, this one's for all the people who want me to do horseback combat. No, gosh darn it. It's so bad. I'm sorry, it's so bad. Alright, yeah, that's it. And this one's for all the people who wanted me to try out different Ashes of War. So yeah, that's essentially the Artorias. That's what I thought it was. The Artorias somersault attack. That's pretty overpowered, I feel like. Oh, although, I guess that, wow, that takes up a ton of FP. Where are you going, friend? What are you doing? Did he forget that we were there? Okay, I guess it's not. That's a decent chunk of FP, but of course we're sort of... What is going on with your AI? Just very confused. Okay, we didn't get any runes for that. Or, excuse me, or items. Okay, yeah, I'm hearing footsteps. Oh, is this the necromancer friend? What the heck? Oh gosh darn it, wrong flask. I'm dreadful at this. So we're supposed to just keep following him? What is the point of this? Yeah, so anyways, so the the reason I was, you know, because really I should be sleeping, I'm exhausted. But the reason I felt comfortable doing this, oh gosh darn you, is the fact that I suspected we just didn't have anything else to find. And that may yet be true. This is so annoying. And so I was like, yeah, we can, you know, quickly record to finish this episode because, you know, as I mentioned, I'm not likely going to have any additional time before we leave to do any recording. What if I took out these friends? Would that deal with the dragonkin soldier friends? Would they fight each other given the opportunity? Oh, that's unfortunate. But can we use them against one another? Maybe it's like a Flame of Frenzy thing. Oh gosh darn it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But yeah, I've mentioned this before, because obviously this is how I used to do my recording. I used to do my recording very late at night. And so this is like a weird sort of Back to the Future type situation here. I feel dreadful fighting these friends, but it's actually because I don't think we fought them previously, so it might be worth seeing whether they have any drops. So hopefully we can actually survive a fight with them. But yeah, I have this fear because I'm like, you know, this entire episode up until this morning is edited and ready to be rendered, and I just need to finish it. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Ooh. Oh, I'm dead. And so, yeah, I have this probably irrational fear that, you know, I have this episode done, ready to go, essentially. I just need to finish the last little bit and then render it and it'll be done. That, you know, I'll leave and then come back and, you know, my hard drive will be wiped and that episode will be lost forever, which, you know, in the grand scheme of things is really not a huge deal. No, sorry, giant friends. I wanted to finish this episode so that before I go to bed tonight, I can start rendering it. And then, I was going to say sleep in the morning. It's almost 2 in the morning, and by sleep in, that means essentially sleep until 7. So 5 hours of sleep. Not exactly sleeping in, or at least not compared to how I used to understand that term. But yeah, that is one thing I will say I'm looking forward to, even though I won't have my PS5 for 2 weeks and a couple days, and I won't be able to play any Elden Ring. I'm just going to be thinking about the series and whatnot. Is being able to just sleep. I may or may not have mentioned, going to visit in-laws in British Columbia. I'm pretty sure I did mention that earlier in this episode. And yeah, that means that we have babysitters, and eager and willing babysitters who will want to watch Aurelia of Astora while we are able, hopefully, to do other things that we've not been able to do for the past 7+ months. Oh, I'm pretty sure we spoke to this ghost friend, but let's double check. Oh, we have to get off our horse, okay? Mohg, you rotten omen, your blood is cursed. Give him back. Give Lord Mikola back. How dare you lay hands on such precious flesh? So yeah, we definitely spoke to that friend. I remember that dialogue and being like, whoa, Lord Mikola is with Mohg. That's interesting. And yeah, so a lot of this area really is just empty. So a couple things we're going to want to return to. And I have these things written down in my list here for the next episode, so hopefully I don't forget them, because it'll be a few weeks again since until I can record again. But one is just talking a little bit more, or I guess perhaps returning to the topic of trees and roots and their significance in other sort of properties and areas and cosmologies and things like that. Because I'd like to talk about and I've talked about this or touched on it at least briefly during this playthrough already, which is oh gosh, what were they called? Yeah, that's how you can tell it's almost 3 in the morning and then I'm on the tail end of like a 20-hour day. The trees in Game of Thrones, gosh darn it. Okay, it's actually written in my notes here. Weirwood trees. Thank you. Gosh, that's something I should not have forgotten. I'd like to talk a little bit more about the weirwood trees in A Song of Ice and Fire and how, they relate, how they operate in that story and how that relates to Elden Ring, because I think, there's a direct parallel there, which makes sense given George R. R. Martin's involvement in the story. Oh, sorry, friend. And I'd also like to talk a little bit more about the idea of responsibility, interaction, and, I've talked a little bit about how that sort of reflects the way that I behave in the game world. But I thought it would be interesting to also talk about how that reflects my approach to creating these videos. And again, I'm half asleep at this point, so nothing I say right now will really make any sense or be coherent at all, but essentially the thesis is that, and this is something I have argued before and talked about before, but perhaps not explicitly in relation to a theoretical framework of this sort, which is that these videos, so the video I'm recording now, has essentially no meaning on its own. I'm going to finish recording this video, I'm going to render it, upload it to YouTube, and then it's going to sit there for a couple of months while, hopefully I record additional episodes and I'm able to sort of advance in the story to a point where I feel comfortable releasing this without actually encountering any spoilers in the process, or opening myself up to encounter spoilers, I should say. But until that time, when this episode is released and it's seen by someone other than me, it is essentially devoid of meaning. Okay, this... Is this for real? Did I miss this last time? It's like when you go to the beach and like you're burying someone alive, like, haha, it's funny how I'm burying you alive, but these friends are actually doing this in the snow. That's terrible. So yeah, anyways, I've already sort of like given away what the discussion is, but that's it essentially. That these videos don't even do it, friend, please. Thank you. That these videos don't have any meaning when it's just me talking to myself, which I suppose goes without saying, so, it's almost really no point in even saying it, but it's not until they're released and you will interact with them, which is to say the videos, that they are imbued with meaning and value and significance. But anyways, again, that goes without saying. And it's an example of interaction, because like when I'm recording these videos, I'm not like, I'm talking to myself right now, yes, but I am talking with all of you in mind. Yeah, that's a nice attack. I'll give you guys that for sure. But yeah, anyways, Helpinarch Rise. Okay, I know obviously we've not done it. I don't remember what the clue was. But let's have a look. I'm gonna want to wrap this up any minute now. Which is probably not the best time to approach a puzzle. And I think that's my Achilles heel as far as the puzzles go more generally. Okay. Please don't tell me I missed a whole dungeon, because then I'm not going to sleep just yet. And I'm really tired. Oh my goodness, I may have missed a dungeon. Oh my goodness, I missed a dungeon. Oh, this is a direwolf. Uh-oh. Oh no! Okay, that's bad. Okay, that's bad. Wow, so we actually did miss some stuff here. Oh, terrible. Okay, that was a lot closer than it ought to have been. I've sort of lost where I was. Oh, it's Ascending Gate. Okay, but that ghost wasn't leading me to Ascending Gate, was he? Gosh darn it. Okay. Can we call on the ghost again? Don't tell me one of these stupid Haligtree. Why are you here? These things are everywhere. And they're so utterly pointless. suppose we don't need the stanching boluses anymore. Could this be a teacher? Okay, that's interesting. Be wary of down indeed. Whoops. We got ourselves into a bad spot here. Oh, why didn't I just go on the sending gate? Okay, that was pretty slick. I'm so lost. Alright, let's see. Okay, what was the point of that? Yeah, I don't see the point. Because we have already been here. Okie dokie. So now I guess we just have to head back. Well, thanks, sending gate. Okay, ghost friend. Please tell me you're not just... I guess it's possible he turned a sharp right. To bring us to those catacombs. Okay, don't tell me they all respawned. Because we can't lose this friend. don't tell me he's going all the way to the Cave of the Forlorn. Oh. He was just taking me to the chest? Oh, are you joking? Oh, is this the solution to the puzzle? Okay, it looks like it is. Alright, well, at least that's something. Oh, are you... I thought we just did solve the puzzle. Oh, no, you... That's not fair. There's no reward. What the heck was the puzzle again? Undoubtedly something having to do with these friends. I can already remember being annoyed about this. Oh, right, and then I thought, okay, we need to summon an imp. Try crystal. Alright, well, I'm satisfied. I'm gonna go take a couple weeks off. And for all of you, it'll be just a week or half a week, depending on how I'm releasing episodes whenever that time is. But yeah, so I don't even know why I'm saying all this, because it really won't make any difference to those of you watching this in the future. But yeah, I'm gonna go take a couple weeks off. You enjoy and take care, and I will do the same. And yeah, I'll see you back in a few days, but for me, in a couple weeks. I'm overcomplicating this big time. So thank you all very, very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.